will be starting. We will be discussing automation. Okay, good. Now we are on the record. So let me take you to today's. Yesterday we had talked about total probability, and we discussed a bias theorem, is it? In which there were two mutually exclusive and exhaustive events for one of the sample space, and event A is occurring after event B or A. And if you want to find the probability of any of the exhaustive event under the condition event A is already occurred, then in such a case we are in need of the bias theorem. This formula was for P1 respect to A, and this is the formula for the event B2 probability for the occurrence of event B2 respect to A that we had already discussed. And after that, I had provided the general rule for the same situation. If instead of having two events B1, B2, if we are having k number of mutually exclusive and exhaustive events, and after that exclusive and exhaustive events, event A is going to occur. And if we wish to find the probability of occurrence of any of that exclusive and exhaustive events under the condition event A is already occurred, then this formula will work. This is the simplified version of the similar formula. In that second formula, we had just used the summation, and after that, uh, had gone for one or two basic examples. Mansi, we had done with example 7, is it?
Yes, sir.
A1 example 8 भी हमने कर लिया था कल.
हाँ sir.
Okay. And example 9 was done earlier. Now we are going for next example. So three boxes are there, namely ABC, which contains 10%, 20%, and 30% of defective joints respectively. A joint is selected random, and we are having that information that selected joint is defective. Now we need to determine the probability that that selected joint, which we had randomly selected, is from box A. Second question, it is from box B, or it is from box C. If we wish to identify these three probabilities, then first we need to model our this question with proper labeling. We need to label some of the events properly, and then we will deal with the coding कि हम notation क्या use करेंगे जो भी question हम solve कर रहे हैं. Suppose we want to find that the selected defective joint is from box A, तो उसको हम कैसे denote करेंगे? That we need to learn, that we need to understand. So let me take you for this question. Let's discuss the solution, and the based on this 3-4 questions, I will gonna assign some of the exercise to you guys after this question. मानसी, ये क्वेश्चन हमने डिस्कस नहीं किया कल, ठीक है ना? कि किया था?
नहीं sir, नहीं किया.
Okay, good. So let's go for solution. Let S be the sample space related to this particular. Okay, I need one of the. Okay, Yashang has already solved this question, and the answers is 1/6, 1/3, 1/2. Let's check, Yashang, whether our answer is correct or not. Let's discuss this question. So, S be the sample space, and we are going to label some of our events as given in the example. D is the event that randomly selected joint is defective. A, let's label event A as the joint comes from box A. That means randomly selected joint is from box A. Similarly, for event B and C, the randomly selected joints comes from box B, and the joint comes from box C. That particular event, we guys gonna label with C. Now let's move ahead. So till the time we had defined four events: B, joint is defective; A, joint is from box A; B, joint is from box B; and C, joint is from box C. Now let's move ahead. Now, first of all, we need to identify the probability that when I'm selecting a joint, then the probability is not provided, but it is very, very simple to understand that if I'm selecting a joint randomly, then the possibility, the probability that that joints come from box A will be 1 by 3. Why? Because we are having three boxes right now, A, B, and C. Uh, all three will have equal chances that which joint I'm gonna select, which joint I'm gonna choose. It might be come from A, from B might be, or from C. So probably that event A gonna occur will be the 1 by 3. Similarly, for P of B, it will be 1 by 3, and P of C, it will be 1 by 3 because these three are equally likely events. अब जो भी एक जॉइंट चूज कर रहे हो वो ए में से भी आ सकता है या तो बी में से या तो सी में से if I need to go for P of A in this case then as per our formula it should be m divided by n, is it? That m is number of variable cases, n is number of total cases, then n. If I'm looking for P of A right now, I'm not having my pad with me, so writing on screen will be a little bit tough for me in this session. So kindly adjust with this handwriting today because I'm not having that digital pad with me right now. One of my other faculty, one of my other colleague is using for his session right now. So please adjust with this handwriting. If I wish to find probability for event A is randomly selected joint is from box A, then in such a case, I'm having three different boxes. So total possibilities, total number of cases might be three. And the favorable case is that for box A, because I'm having three boxes, A, B, and C, the favorable cases for event A is just one case, that is the selected ball is from box A. So 1 by 3 will be the probability for P of A, similarly for the P of B and P of C for both that events. Now, moving ahead, also we know that A, B, and C contains 10%, 20%, and 30% of the defective joints. Now that information we are having from the data that in box A we are having 10% defective, 20% from box B, and 30% defectives are there in box C. So now if we gonna label this particular event, okay, defective n from box A, defective n from box B, and defective from box C, then what should be the labeling I'm using? Take care. We are right now we are discussing about the defective joints, that means defective objects, and we are taking care for each and every box. So what should be our labeling right now? अब जो मैं labeling use करूंगा वो क्या हो सकता है, कोई बता सकता है? A defective joint 10% defective from box A, उसको मैं notation से कैसे लिखूंगा? You may comment on the chat box. Yes, Raj. Yes, Devansh has said that P of D respect to A. Okay, now if this is a notation P of D over A, P of D over A, then what it says? That item, that defective joint is from box A and it is defective, is it? So this is perfect labeling. Now DO with respect to A, that probability it is already provided, that is 10% chances are there, 10%. If I need to convert that percentage into fraction, then it will be 10 divided by 100, and 10 divided by 100 will give me 0.1. Similarly, D with respect to B will be 0.2, and 0.3, it represents the probability that randomly selected item, randomly selected joint is from box C and defective. Is it? So these are the data we are having. Observe P of A, P of B, P of C नहीं दिया गया था वो हमने identify किया. It was very simple to identify because these three will be the equally likely events. Now moving ahead, what we need, what we are looking for. Now the probability that joint comes from box A provided that it is defective. Now we need to identify. We are going for the first question, first part, and we are looking for the probability that joint comes from box A, and it is earlier known that that joint is defective. So the labeling will be defective will be a condition, and we are looking for the occurrence of event A, so it will be probability of P respect to D. Now observe, as I said that A, B, C, these three are equally likely events. Moreover, these three are mutually exclusive and exhaustive events. Now let me take you once again over here. Yes, observe this A, B, and C. Now, can you identify these three are mutually exclusive and exhaustive events? Yes, it is. Yes, these three events are mutually exclusive and exhaustive. Why? Let us discuss. If you are selecting a joint randomly, तो तीनों में से कोई एक ही बॉक्स में से आएगा, ये पक्की बात है. That means intersection of these three events will be null set. Yes or no? As well as union of these three will be the whole simple space. आपने जो भी इवेंट लिया है वो तीन में से कोई एक में से तो होगा ही ना. ऐसे तो होगा ही. मेरे पास तो तीन ही बॉक्स है. आई एम नॉट हैविंग द फोर्थ बॉक्स, आई एम नॉट हैविंग द फिफ्थ वन. सो व्हेन आई एम सेलेक्टिंग अ रैंडम जॉइन, then it might be from A or B or C. So we are having just three options. These three events will act as a mutually exclusive and exhaustive events. And if we are dealing with mutually exclusive and exhaustive, then and then a bias theorem will be applicable. Now, as I said in previous session, that when we are finding a probability of one of the mutually exclusive and exhaustive event on the left hand side, in that case, अगर हमारे पास हम जो probability find कर ले उसमें right hand left hand side में mutually exclusive exhaustive events में से कोई एक है. देखिए हमारे पास तीन है A, B, C, ये तीनों mutually exclusive exhaustive है. अभी तीनों में से कोई एक अगर यहाँ पे है left hand side पे, then bias theorem is applicable. Take care for that. So, according to bias theorem, the formula should be, कोई बता सकता है formula क्या होगा? कोई एक अगर unmute करके बोल सके तो it will be very good for me. P of A respect to D की formula अभी क्या होगी? चलिए कोई एक जल्दी से. By unmuting your mic, please let me know. You cannot type this particular. Yes, I'm interacting with. Who will help me, please? Be fast. We are not having all day for this. Any of you, quickly. Hello. Who will help me? I need the formula for the bias theorem for this situation. If you are not able to get the situation, then let me know. I will discuss it once again. But I need the formula from your side only. I'm not gonna give you straightforward. I need one. I need at least a single try from your side. One of you will. One of you will please help me for this. At least I need a single try. Mansi, Devansh, Yasraj, Dipan, Ayush, Josh, Jaydeep. Jaydeep Madani is here. Jaydeep Madani, can you unmute your mic? Jaydeep Madani, can you unmute your mic? Jaydeep, are you there? Jaydeep Madani, are you there? Am I audible, Mansi, properly or not? Mansi, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Jaydeep, can you unmute your mic, beta? Jaydeep Madani, one of our D2D students. Are you there? If you are here, then please drop a message over the chat box or unmute your mic and talk to me. Okay, in such a case, I will not able to give you the attendance. Okay, good. Let it go. Ritisha. Riddhi. unmute your mic and talk to me. Ritik,
Yes, sir.
good afternoon. How's you?
Uh, I'm fine, sir.
Good. Uh, Riddhi, hopefully you are clear with yesterday's session
Yes, sir.
regarding to the bias theorem.
Yes, sir. I'm clear with it.
Good. So right now we are having three mutually exclusive ends, beta A, B, and C, and then after we are talking about the occurrence of event D. D is the event that selected joint is defective. Now, in such a case, ABC is mutually exclusive exhaustive, and we need the probability of occurrence of event A respect to D. Here, A is a mutually exclusive event which is on the left hand side. So this formula will lead us towards bias theorem. So using that bias theorem, which I had explained in the previous session, will you able to give me the formula? Please try once.
P of A equal to
P of A respect to D is equals to,
P of A with respect to D is equal to
let me try to write down P of A over D with respect to is equals to,
is equal to P of D over A
is it
into
okay? Into,
yes into P of A
yes, perfect, into P of A divided by,
divided by
what
P
is the condition
of
right now? Is it D?
uh,
So in each and every case, denominator will be P of probability
P
of
of
D.
D.
Sure, this will be the formula of bias theorem, surely. But in the denominator, I am having P of D, and P of D is the probability of getting a defective joint. So for P of D, we need to take care for the concept related to total probability, is it? So P of D की खुद की एक बड़ी सी फॉर्मूला होगी तीन स्टेप वाली. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Good. So let me take you towards that. Now, as per bias theorem, the formula will be P of A into P of D respect to A divided by the denominator. Observe the denominator is nothing but P of D only. That selected joint is defective. It's quite possible it is selected from event box A, and after getting from box A it is defective, or the joint is from box B and after that event B occurs that joint is defective, or from box C and it is defective. So denominator जो है वो कुछ नहीं है, that is just simply P of D. But P of D को total probability की जरूरत पड़ेगी. So according to total probability, P of D will be this formula, will be explained by this formula. So now using this particular, we will able to identify the probability of A respect to D. अब देखते हैं चलिए हमारे पास सारा डेटा है कि नहीं है. Do we have P of A? Yes, we have P of A. That will be 1 by 3. Do we have P of D over A? Do we have P of probability of D respect to A? देखिए last slide में we had identified P of D over A, that is 0.1. Is it? So we have that P of D over A, as well as, do we have P of A? Yes, we have. We have this D respect to A, P of B, D respect to B. सारा data है हमारे पास. Let me put all that. So solving all that, uh, simple addition, subtraction, multiplication करके जो भी उसका आंसर आ रहा है, that will be 1 by 6. So this is the answer that selected, randomly selected joint is defective and it is from box A. Now, with the reference of this particular first question, can you give me the answer for second question? That randomly selected item is defective and it is from box B. Now, look, I don't need the just answer that is 1 by 6 or 1 by 2 or 1 by 3 or 1 by 4. I'm not interested in that. Already Yashraj has provided me the answer and hopefully is totally correct. But I am in need of this particular formula. I will ask any of you to share his or her screen with the use of your cell phone camera. I will gonna ask any of you. So I'm giving you just not two, but 3 minutes for both this question. Go for box B as well as box C, and after 3 4 minutes, I will gonna ask any of you to share his or her screen, and I will check whether your formula is correct or not. Your time starts now. Okay. Uh, who will able to give me the formula for second question, box B? Any of you voluntarily? Voluntarily कौन बताएगा बेटा? Look,
So may
okay,
I?
who's that? Who's that? Who's that? I'm interacting with.
From
Yes,
Mansi.
Mansi, please go ahead, beta.
Yes, sir. So P of B over D is equal to P of B
यहाँ पे जहाँ
into P of D over B.
D or B, and rest of the things will be same, is it, na? In the
Huh,
numerator, I
sir.
will just have P of B into probability of D respect to B. Let me take you for that. Yes, is it? P of B, P of
Yes,
D
sir.
over B, and rest of the things, the denominator will remain same. So this is one of the biggest plus point in the examples related to Bayes theorem. If the similar kind of questions are there, if there is a repetition of kind of question, then we just need to take care about the denominator. We just need to take care about the numerator because denominator will remain same in each and every case. If I'm going for box C, then it will just change as P of C into P of D respect to C, nothing else. So the answer for the second question is 1 by 3, and for the third one, the answer will be 1 by 2. Is it? So now let me know how many of you were correct in your answers. कितने लोगों का आंसर मेरे साथ मैच कर रहा है? यशांग, यस, तुमने तो सबसे पहले बता दिया था ये बेटा. यू एब्सोल्युटली करेक्ट. प्रतीक, मानसी, तुषार, निकिता, अनुज, देवांश, मानव, दीपेन. Are all of you are trying or just saying yes in the chat box? Are you really trying? Are you really doing this stuff from your side? Or I'm just the person who is gonna talk? No sir, done. हाँ मानसी आपने किया, मुझे बताया. आदित्य आपने किया बेटा? आदित्य जा, are you there? Priti is doing good. तुषार इज डूइंग. आदित्य बोल रहा है हाँ मैंने किया. विपिन सर आई वांट टू शेयर. यस प्लीज विपिन, शेयर योर स्क्रीन. यस प्लीज, व्हाई नॉट. Bipin Kantaria is going to share his screen, and let's have a look over that. So here is Bipin's screen. I will advise many of you that kindly pin the screen of Bipin, so you will able to get that. Yes. So Bipin, can you? Bipin, ये क्या किया बेटा? I'm not interested in that particular figures. I was interested in formula. Is it? Is it? Now you may stop your sharing. Yes. Let me resume my presentation. Now my screen is visible. Okay, good. Well try, beta. Bipin, thanks for the screen sharing. But take care. Next time, I need the formula. Okay, I'm not interested in this particular part. I'm interested in the above part, this particular formula wala part. Is it? Good. Mm, let's move ahead. Now, one of the finest questions. For this, I will help you as much as you want, but surely I'm not gonna give you the solution once you are not finished. Okay. First of all, let's try to understand the question. A bag one has three white ball and four red balls. We are going to talk about two different bags. Now, first bag one, is having three white ball and four red balls. Another bag that is labeled as bag two has four white and five red balls. Okay. Now, now here the things come. A single ball is transferred from bag one to bag two. One of the ball is gonna transfer from bag one to bag two. It might be white, it might be red, we don't know. We are supposed to transfer, we are supposed to transfer a single ball from bag one to bag two, and then a ball is drawn from bag two. बैग वन में से बैग टू में एक बॉल ट्रांसफर करना है, उसके बाद बैग टू में से एक बॉल चूज करना है. Then we will randomly select, we will randomly draw a ball from bag two. Take care, we are drawing a ball from second bag. Now, here's the question for you guys. If the drawn ball is red in color, if the drawn ball is red in color, observe we are drawing a ball from second bag. Now that particular ball is red in color, then find the probability that the transferred ball is white. The transferred ball that we had transferred from bag 1 to bag 2 is white. Now, quite simple, but you will in need of little time, surely. But I'm not going to explain you the solution, but let me give you some of the pictures that will help you. This is bag 1. Now observe in bag 1 I am having 3 white balls. These are 3 white balls, and these are 4 red balls. So bag 1 is total containing, is having 7, total of 7 balls. This is bag 2 containing 4 white and 5 red balls. And what we are supposed to do first, we are transferring one of the ball from bag 1 to bag 2. We will transfer one of the ball from bag 1 to bag 2. एक ball transfer होगा यहाँ से यहाँ पर, one ball. That ball might be white, वो white भी हो सकता है, वो red भी हो सकता है. We are not sure. And after that particular transfer, we will choose, we will draw one of the ball from bag 2. Now, if the drawn ball is red in color, अगर bag 2 में से जो ball में draw कर रहा हूँ, that is red in color, that is a condition. Observe, if the drawn ball is red in color, then find the probability that the transferred ball was white. Are you getting my question properly? Am I clear with the question? Am I clear with the instruction? I need the reply over the chat box. अगर question समझ में नहीं आ रहा है तो बताओ मुझे. If I'm not getting this question properly, then please let me know. Am I clear with the question? I need reply over the chat box. Yes, yes, yes. I'm clear with the question. Good. So try, try to identify things. Look here. You must be very very clear with your notations. Is it? Try to identify. Try to label the events with proper labeling. Try to label the events with proper notation, and let's see whether you guys are able to solve this question or not. The screen is pause here. I'm not gonna change the screen, and you guys will be in need of at least 3 4 minutes. So your time starts now. This is very very important. Take care. Okay, are we good to discuss this? How many of you have at least tried or should I continue with the solution? You guys need more time? Hello? If you are in need of time, then please let me know. सर मैंने ट्राई किया है ईशान okay. और किसी ने ट्राई किया है ईशान के अलावा और किसी ने ट्राई किया है ये क्वेश्चन ट्राई भी किया तो बताओ इट्स ओके look I'm not gonna ask right now first of all I will solve the solution I will see the solution and then you guys are supposed to match your answer and then we will have a discussion on that how many of you had tried for this tried but not get exactly yes just ऐसा होगा बेटा it's okay this is not that much easy tried but not getting answer it's okay answer is not important your try matters a lot so it's fine if you're not getting answer it's totally okay this is not that much easy okay this is level 4 question I can say okay so many of you had at least tried good thank you now let me take you for the solution first of all let me raise the ink so this is a scenario for bag 1 and bag 2. Now, what we are doing first, we are transferring one of the ball from bag 1 to bag 2. Now, in that case, we will be in two cases. The first case might be white ball is going to transfer from bag 1 to bag 2. Now, I'm going to label that event with W. W. W is the event that ball which is transferred from bag 1 to bag 2 is white. So event W, let me choose the pen, yes. Event W. The white ball is going to transform from bag 1 to bag 2. That is my event W. Now, I need to find that probability. The probability that W is going to happen, W is going to occur. Now, in this particular bag 1, we are having total 7 balls and 3 balls are of white color. So the way I need to choose the possible way is to get one ball from that 7 that will be our total cases that is C71 that means 7C1 that will be literally 7 and in the numerator it will be 3C1 or C31 because fireable to 3 hai, white ball to 3 hai. So that probability will be 3 by 7 is it? So this probability will be 3 by 7. This is just a single case that if the transferred ball from bag 1 to bag 2 is of white color. So that event I had labeled with W. Now, what should be the second case? The transferred ball is red in color. So for that case 2, quite possible the transferred ball from bag 1 to bag 2 is with the color red. So that event I'm going to label with R. So R is the event that the transferred ball from bag 1 to bag 2 is red in color. The favorable cases will be 4. Total cases will be 7. As we know that bag 1 contains 7 ball. So that will be simply 4 by 7. Is it? So this probability will be 4 by 7. Good. Now, we are having two different cases. Both these are possible. W भी हो सकता है, R भी हो सकता है. Can you identify? Can you give me a single comment on W and R? Even W and R, will they act as a mutually exclusive and exhaustive events or not? Are they W and R are mutually exclusive and exhaustive events? Yes or no? Nikita is saying yes. Any other comment from your side? W and
Well,
R.
it won't be the probability of the red ball won't be 4 by 9 because total are 9 balls, no?
Hello, 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 hello. I'm interacting with Tushar. Is it Tushar?
Yes, sir.
You are saying here. You are saying about P of R. You're talking about
Case
P
two.
of
Yes,
R.
yes, yes.
Okay, okay, okay. Let's discuss. What is R, beta? In which way we had defined event R? That
R is probability of red ball
R क्या है?
transferring to the
हमारा
second bag.
R क्या है? इवेंट R हमने कैसे लेबल किया है? The transfer
Yes, sir.
ball
The
from back
probability of
one.
red ball going to the second bag, transferring to the
यस
second
यस,
bag.
तो देखिए बैग वन में कितने बॉल है? टोटल बॉल कितने
क्या?
हमारे पास? यू आर नॉट
Sir,
ऑडिबल बेटा, बैग वन में कितने
no,
बॉल है हमारे पास? यू आर नॉट क्लियरली ऑडिबल तुषार. No, 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 Tushar, you are not proper. Your voice is breaking in between. So try to connect properly. We are waiting for you. We will be interacting with you. Yes, please, please, please try now. तुषार अगर आप नेटवर्क है तो प्लीज ट्राई कीजिए एक बार फिर से. Unmute your mic and try
am I
to talk.
audible?
Yes, now you are clearly audible बेटा. Yes, please.
Sir, I am
बेटा ये
trying to say
बताइए,
that.
पहले मेरे साथ बताइए बैग वन में कितने बोले बेटा?
Sir, can you repeat again?
बैग वन में कितने बोले? How many balls we are having in bag one?
Four,
Sorry,
four.
total ball. I am talking about total ball. Bag one में total कितने बोले ये बताइए?
Seven, seven.
Seven, is it? If I am supposed to draw a single ball from bag one, तो
Oh,
total
yeah,
cases
yeah, sir,
कितने?
got it.
Got it? और फेवरेबल कितने बेटा? चूंकि रेड है,
Three by
रेड
seven,
तो चार ही
three
है,
by seven,
तो प्रोबेबिलिटी क्या निकलेगी? 4/7.
three by seven.
आ रहा है,
Hmm.
बात समझ में आ रहा है?
It was a
नाउ
dumb
नाउ
question. Yeah, yeah.
तुषार, तुषार आप ही बताओ मुझे, डब्ल्यू और आर म्यूचुअली एक्सक्लूसिव एग्जॉस्ट इवेंट्स है या नहीं है?
Sir, हाँ है.
या तो केस वन होगा या तो केस टू होगा, ऐसा तो नहीं होगा कि दोनों होगा. हो ही नहीं
हाँ.
सकता, इज इट?
Sir, it was a dumb
इधर.
question. I
Yes,
got it. I
yes.
got it.
So W or R, W and R, both are mutually exclusive, exhaustive. All of you are agree with me? All of you are agree with me? None of them is agree with me. One, two. मानसी तुषार दो ही एग्री है. ओके ओके, आ गए सारे लोग. ठीक है, चलो. Now, let's try to identify the scenario after this transfer. Look, right now we are transferring one ball from bag one to bag two. There are two possibilities. Either case one is there or case two is there. Now, this is the case after the transfer. Back 2. Now, both these cases, both this figure is related to back 2. इस यहाँ दोनों में back 2 की बात कर रहा हूँ. If case 1 occurs, if case 1 is going to be occur, that means if we are going to transfer white ball from bag 1 to bag 2, in such a case, earlier in bag 2 we were having 4 white balls. Now that white balls will be 5, red balls will be as it is. So this is a scenario after case 1 is going to occur for bag 2. And if the transferred ball is red in color, then earlier in the bag 2 we were having 5 red balls. Now in that case, the number of red balls will be 6 and the number of white balls will remain same. Is it? So are we good with both these cases, case 1, case 2? This is after the transfer. Are we clear with both these figures, case 1 and case 2? Is it? Okay. Take care about one thing. You are not supposed to draw such kind of figures in the examination, is it? This is just the explanation. I'm giving this explanation for the better understanding. Is it? You guys are supposed to just represent this all these things with the use of labeling, proper labeling of the events, nothing else. So hopefully we are clear with both these cases, case one, case two. This is the situation after the transfer of one of the ball from bag one to bag two. Now let's try to identify. Let S be a sample space. Consider the following events. A. Now take care about the labeling. A ball drawn from bag 2 is red. This is my event A. Second bag में से मैं जो ball draw कर रहा हूँ, that ball is red in color. That is event A. W, as I earlier said, a white ball transform from bag 1 to bag 2. वो event हमने पहले ही discuss कर ली है. W is event that ball which is transferred from bag 1 to bag 2, or transfer वाला ball red है. Now we had already identified the probability for event Wn as well as R. So that is 3 by 7 and 4 by 7 as we had just discussed in previous slide. यहाँ पे हमने बात की थी वो, that is 3 by 7 and this is 4 by 7. This is nothing but probability of both that. Now let's move ahead. Case 1. This is very crucial. Be with me. Now probability of A provided W has occurred. What is A? Selected ball from the second bag is red. Now probability of A provided W has occurred. That means पहला ball जो हमने शिफ्ट किया था बैग 1 में, बैग 1 से बैग 2 में, that is white. वो white ball था, and now the drawn ball from the second bag is event A. So W is gonna act as our condition, and we are looking for the probability of A as discussed in the question. Now let me go for that. White is 5 by 10. Can any of you will able to explain? Now it is 5 by 10. Then after case 2, once again I will gonna take help of yours. Please be with me. Probability that A provided R has occurred. हमने जो पहला बॉल ट्रांसफर किया वो रेड कलर का था, और उसके बाद सेकेंड बैग में से जो हम बॉल ट्रांसफर कर, जो बॉल हम ड्रॉ कर रहे हैं, दैट इज रेड इन कलर. That will be labeled as A over R, and that will be 6 by 10. So 5 by 10, 6 by 10. Why it is that? This is for case 1. For case 1, that probability is 5 by 10. For case 2, that probability is 6 by 10. Why? Let me take you to that figure once again. Observe case 1, case 2. Observe the total number of ball. 10. Out of that 10, 5 is in red. So that was the reason that was 5 by 10. And case 2, total ball will be once again 10. And the red in color, the ball which are red is 6. So A over W, A over W will be 5 by 10. Probability of A over R, R is related with case 2. That means red in color. So A over R will be 6 by 10. These are the reasons why the probability of P of A over W is 5 by 10, A over R is 6 by 10. Now, what we need, what we are looking for, the probability that the transfer ball is white is provided that red ball is drawn. Probability that the transfer ball is white, we are finding probability that the transfer ball is white provided that the red ball is given, red ball is drawn. Now that particular will be labeled with probability of W respect to R. Now observe R is our condition right now, and we are looking for the probability that transfer ball from bag 1 to bag 2 is white. That is what our question is. Observe here. If the drawn ball is red in color, then find the probability that the transfer ball is white. So we are finding the probability of W under the condition that selected ball from bag 2 is red. So we are looking for P of W over R, and as we discussed earlier, W is one of our exclusive and exhaustive ends. So we will be in need of bias rule. As we know that W over A is A over W into P of W and divided by P of A. Now for P of A, we will be in need of total probability, and we are having all that information with us, and we had already find all that, and the solution will be 15 by 39. Now this is a screen once again. If you are having any doubt related to this particular, then please let me know. अगर कुछ पिछली स्लाइड में कुछ डाउट है, then I will switching over to the last slide. But please let me know if you're having any query, then feel free to talk with me. Once we are good with our labeling, once we are good with the understanding of the question, then it will be very easy. But if you are not able to get that particular, if you are not able to understand the question properly, then it will be not helpful. We will be not in position to solve. So if we are having any doubt, any query, then I'm here. Please discuss with me. And if we are good to move ahead, then please let me know. I need a reply over the chat box. Got it, sir? No, sure, clear. Hopefully, we are clear with this. Is it? Good, 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 good. Now, if we guys are clear with that, then let me give you. I'm, I'm gonna stop this PPT right now, and I'm gonna share one more exercise with you right now. Wait, sorry. Sorry for that. Sorry. Let me mute my mic. Wait. I'll be back in 1 minute. Huh? Wait, I will be back in 1 minute. I'm gonna share one of the exercise with you guys and try to solve that. Okay. Till then, my mic will be mute. I'm muting myself. So, students, this is today's practice session. Now, for rest of the time, what we will be doing in the session. This is exercise 2. Earlier, we are done with the exercise 1 in our last week's session. Now, these are 3-4 basic questions related to the conditional probability as well as total probability and yes, just total probability. So I'm giving you proper time. It's 1:14, and we'll be discussing about this at after 10-15 minutes. So take your time right now. You should be doing this over your lab book, which we are maintaining, and after 10-15 minutes, we will be discussing about the solution also. Is it? So take your time. I'm muting myself.